Hey, it's Reina Shaunte. Welcome back to my channel. So we are still doing our 40 days to looking younger. And today is day 7. And we're going to be talking about something that might be a little bit controversial for people that are in my tribe, which are my Christian community. I am very much involved in my church. I love Jesus Christ. I share him as much as I can when it comes to someone who needs to really know what brings me peace, what brings me love, what brings me joy. It's that my salvation is in Jesus Christ, and my life has been changed because of it. And I also practice yoga. So yoga is something that I've done for years. I mean, I remember it might have been about 15 years ago, which is a long time, where I started to not necessarily practice, but I started to dabble in it, right? Because I was a little hesitant because someone from my Christian community told me that yoga was rooted in Hinduism. And it is, right? So that's where it comes from. That's where it started. And so I was very hesitant. So I was mainly just trying to, just work out in different ways. But one thing I loved about yoga was the stretches. I just love to stretch. There's nothing that I did, when I worked out and things like that felt as good as just stretching. I was just a fan. I was such a fan of stretching. And whenever I would go to the gym, they would have all different classes and working out and things like that, but they also had a yoga class. And I was like, I tried yoga and I was like, I really like it because I feel so good after I stretch. So I started to go into doing more and more yoga. And I think it was just basic yoga, maybe hatha yoga. But I know that at the gym, it's usually like a hatha yoga. And I used to be really into Bikram yoga. So that's when I got kind of comfortable with being okay with doing yoga. I realized that my spirituality did not have to be connected to the exercise that I like for my body, right? So Bikram yoga was one of the things that I loved because it was such a great exercise. I didn't have to, do cardio, but it was just focused poses. I think it's about 26 postures is what they call it, that you put your body in while in a heated room. So you're holding these extreme poses at times. Some of them are easy, but a lot of them are very difficult. But you're holding these poses in extreme heat. I mean, it was like over 100 degree heated room. So 100 degrees is hot, but then now you're inside a room. So it's a sauna. You're in a sauna doing these exercises. And I just loved it. I loved it because, it really did transform my body because I'm going in there, every day doing a workout where I'm just breathing and doing these postures and stretching, which is what I love to do. So I did that for a number of years, even up until I came to California 8 years ago. I found a Bikram studio in downtown LA, and there was one in North Hollywood, and I used to go. And actually, I got so good at it because I love stretching. I love, people would ask, was I a dancer? Because I could stretch very well. I could, do a lot of the awkward stretches. And I told them, no, I just love stretching. And even the instructors would ask me, would I be interested in doing a teacher training? And I did consider doing a teacher training for Bikram yoga. But I realized I'm just kind of a jack of all trades. I can do a lot of things well, right? And so if I get too distracted though, why I didn't pursue the teacher training, I think that I would get off of my path of being an actor, which is why I came to California. So I did not pursue the teacher training in Bikram yoga. But I still enjoyed it. I still went to the class, and even when we had the pandemic, I was doing it online. I was at home and I was doing it online, and it was great. But recently, I have discovered Kundalini yoga. Now, this is rocking my whole world, okay? Because I just love it. It's everything and more. I have never enjoyed yoga so much. It is fun. It is also the stretching, and it is also the breathing, but yet it's music playing, and it's a fun teacher that I have. So I got to tell you all about it, right? So I had a friend that, I talked to, and she would, whenever I would talk to her on the phone in the morning, sometimes she would be like, oh, I just finished my Kundalini yoga class. And I was just like, wow, really? Like, I don't know any yoga class that has you like out of breath and sweating. And she was like, yeah, this is a different type of yoga. And I was like, wow, I'd like to go. I love yoga. I love doing yoga. And so I went to her class by virtual means because from the pandemic, this class had just strictly been online. It was just online. So I went to the class and I was just like, wow, this is different because it's very, very active. You're moving up and down on the floor, you're down, you're up. And I was wondering, is it just the teacher, the instructor, who is just full of life and energy and she's very active? But no, this is what Kundalini yoga is. That's what it looks like. That's what it feels like. Now, the teacher though is amazing. I have to shout out Lynn James. Lynn James, she is an amazing Kundalini yoga instructor. She is the teacher, and her class is the class that I wake up to every day. And I mean it, guys, every day at 6:30 we have our Kundalini yoga class. But I love waking up to it. It's so fun to look forward to getting up and working out in that yoga class. And Lynn is just full of joy, full of love, she's so sweet, she's so caring, she's so smart, she's so informative. Not only is she teaching us about the yoga class, but she's also teaching us about breathing and healthy mindset, positive mindset. She teaches us about digestion. I mean, she is just a wonderful teacher. She's up there with like my second grade teacher, Miss Berry, my fourth grade teacher, Sister Kenneth, and my eighth grade teacher, Mr. Turner. I mean, she is like one of the best teachers that I have ever had, and I enjoy her so much every morning. She is the best. And so she's one of the main reasons why I do love the class. But it is the fact that it is the practice of Kundalini yoga. It is amazing. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things. If you've never heard of Kundalini yoga, it is the science of self-illumination. That's what it's called, self-illumination. So I did a couple of videos on how you make yourself look bright and glowy. And well, this yoga it's a practice of self-illumination. So it's wonderful. It uses sound, it uses posture, hand positioning, body lock, meditation, breathing. So, I mean, it's the most beautiful music that Lynn plays during this class. It is the most soothing music. It just allows your mind to just drift off, and you can just you can meditate on whatever it is that you want to meditate on. You can meditate on you being great in whatever field that you're in. I'm an actress, so I imagine myself being on the red carpets and laying down next to my Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame, and being on a yacht. And your mind can just flow and go to different places because the music will allow you to go there. The postures will just allow your body to just be, right? You could just put yourself in this posture, and usually we're in like a lotus pose. From the beginning, we're in a lotus pose. Well, that's like crisscross applesauce, if you don't know what that is. And it's a discipline, okay? Because if you don't usually sit crisscross applesauce as a grown-up, we used to do it when we were kids, but as a grown-up, you have to shift your body, your back has to get used to it. But that's the thing. It's like getting back to the basics, getting back to the fundamentals, getting back to the foundation of how we used to be when we were kids. We were so flexible and nothing hurt, we were just so, fluid. That's what I think yoga does. It gets you back to being fluid and flexible and, and not having any aches and pains. So that's what these postures help you to do, is to develop that strength again, where you're not slouching anymore, which can do some bad things to your back, to your spine. So it allows you to just sit up straight. And when you sit up straight, you look good, you feel good, you look confident. I think that's another thing. It's adding confidence, and it starts with your body. When you tell your body to sit up straight and put your chin up, you automatically feel stronger and more powerful and confident. So we do postures and we do hand positionings. Oh my goodness. We put ourselves, you see these arms? Man, my arms have been like reshaped. Why? Because we are constantly putting our arms up. We're always putting our arms up, right? So look at this. Like, I have definition in my arms because we're always putting our hands up and our arms up, and we're always moving our arms. I mean, I have good genes, right? I know my family, they have nice arms, but like, look at this. I might be beating like even my Aunt Sharon, who has a great body. I might be beating her in the arm physique phase right now. because of what I'm doing with my body, which is something different than what I normally, do, or what people normally do. in these postures that we're in. And then even when you do yoga, you do use your fingers to kind of center yourself, right? But Lynn told me what these positioning of the fingers mean as well. So when you use this forefinger, that means that you're tapping into the wisdom, the all-knowing wisdom that's within you. And then the middle finger, which is sometimes used for a not so good thing, it's peace. So whenever you put your fingers together like this, you're tapping into that peace, and that reminds me, in my practice as a spiritual practice as a Christian, the peace that surpasses all understanding is within you. So when you do this, you're tapping into that peace. When things seem like it's going crazy around you, you can just tap into that peace. And then this ring finger is vitality. That's life. That's energy, right? When I think of it being like life, vitality, you're married. That's the ring finger. That's the love. That's the romance. That's the excitement of being with someone, right? So you're tapping into that vitality. And then this pinky finger is the communication. You're tapping into your communication skills with other people, right? You want to communicate, and you want to communicate well. So maybe that's the reason why I'm getting more and more exposed to you guys, because I am allowing myself to tap into that communication center within me, to just go ahead and talk and not think about how I feel, how I sound, how I look, even though I do try a little bit just to look good for you guys. But I also just want to release everything and just be here with you, because I think this is exciting times. I love spending this time with you, and I think that this Kundalini yoga practice has unleashed me to be more accessible to you guys. So, and the breathing as well. I love the breathing work. I'm telling you, your breath is connected to everything. Even as a singer, I know that breathing is the most important thing. If you don't get enough breath, you can't sing these notes. I mean, you just can't. No matter how high or how low you want to sing, you got to have breath support. So I've been able to sing even better, even higher, even louder than before, because of the breath work that I'm doing within this practice. It's amazing. When you're giving yourself more confidence, more mindfulness, more peace, you tap into who you truly are. You're tapping into who God made you to be. Right? So things that might have scared you, might have brought fear to you before, like public speaking. Public speaking is one of the most scariest things that people can do, right? Because they don't want to be judged. They don't want people to laugh at them. They don't want people to say, oh, I can't believe she said that, or fix your lashes, or, whatever people might say that I've actually heard or seen in comments and texts. It doesn't bother me, because I don't care. I really don't care. I think that's what this yoga practice has helped me to do too, is just not care about the things that people say. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want to do, right? You can enjoy it or not, but I know that I bring value to people. I bring value to wherever I am, and this is my service to you all. This is what I do. This is what I give. I give this, myself, to the world, because I know that I have so much peace. I have so much joy. I have so much love to give, and I know there's a lot of people that don't have that. So I'm able to unleash who I truly am, so I can connect to you guys. And this is great. I mean, this whole practice is wonderful. Like I said, Lynn is great. You can build community here. I've met so many new friends. We take field trips. So we went to this museum one time that I probably would have never have gone to. And it was just a beautiful experience that day. And I just loved it. I loved the community. We had lunch that day, and it was just Japanese garden as well. I mean, it was so many wonderful times that we've experienced. I know that they went whale watching, and they're getting ready to go to Vietnam. I mean, it's like a whole class. I mean, I love it. I love being a grown up and still being able to experience being a part of a class of learning, a school of learning, with people that want to learn more, that want to grow more, that they don't want to just get stuck in what it is that they've been doing forever and for years. They want to try different things. And, so we're actually doing a 40-day detox journey. So that's what we do. We do different journeys. We do 40-day journeys. We just finished an 8-day journey, but you go through these different journeys because you wake up every morning, you go through these different exercises, you get stronger and stronger every time you're doing these poses, these classes, these sessions. You're just getting stronger. I'm telling you, my core, because it really works on your core, your abs, they're so tight right now. They are so tight. We do so many exercises where we're doing this body lock, where we push all of the air out. I don't know if you can see this. I'm pushing all of the air out, and then all you see are my ribs, and then you let it go again. And I mean, it's it's quite an experience. It's quite an experience. So let me put you back up again. So it's been an amazing journey. So we're getting ready to do the 40-day journey where we're doing a fall detox. So the detox is also going to add on a diet. So we're going to just do a certain type of diet to add on to the practice of breathing and meditation and postures and hand positioning. That'll just like really kick in, because like Lynn was telling us, during the fall, you know, we get kind of relaxed, and then it goes into the holiday season. We start to gain weight. We start to eat a lot of things that aren't good for us, you know, and then we kind of just let go of all of our healthy regimens. You know, after the summer, it's like, okay, forget it. You know, I've made it through the summer. I got as much as I could get for a summer body, and now I'm just putting clothes back on, so it doesn't matter how I look. No, it still matters how you look, and it still matters how you feel. So that's what we're going into, is a 40-day journey where we are also doing a detox. We're getting all the stuff out of our system that, you know, might have been there, or we are preventing things from building up, you know. So I'm looking forward to that 40-day journey. The confidence is there. The core strength is there. We've met new friends. My metabolism is burning. I mean, I look at my body, like, I guess maybe that's the confidence, maybe that's the metabolism, maybe it's all of it. But I look at my body and I just love myself. I just love looking at myself. I love looking at my body. I love saying, wow, I really look good. I really feel good. I just love this time in my life where I really thought, yeah, you know, they always say like the older a woman gets, you know, she's kind of gonna let herself go if she's been a mom or she's a wife. And no, I feel like my sexiest, most vibrant, most fit, you know, I feel really, really good right now in my body, and I love it. And I know it's because of all the things that I'm doing, as well as this Kundalini yoga class. And I mean, it all goes into self-image and just resetting your whole life. It just adds to you being your best self, and it makes you look younger, right? So I'm sorry, but the thinner you are, the more, you know, younger you might be perceived to look. You know, when I look like this, people might think that I'm an athlete or something, like I'm a runner, or, you know, because this is how runners, this is how fitness people look. You would think I lift weights. I don't even lift weights, guys. Like, this is the kind of shape that I'm in. I'm in the best shape of my life because I'm doing Kundalini yoga. Now, I used to run. I was right before, in between, I was doing this. I started running on my treadmill almost 5 miles a day. And I got new expensive running shoes, and I was just running, and I was just like, and I'd be so proud of myself. I did that. And I'm sweating, and I'm exhausted, and it was just a lot. But I will say, doing Kundalini yoga class, it's not easy, it's challenging, but I don't feel like I'm dying afterwards, you know, or during. I just feel like I am getting stronger and stronger in my body. And I love that. I love that, because when you exercise, and I always tell you guys to exercise, do something, that's building your mindset up, that you know that you can accomplish anything. And if you're doing that first thing in the morning, you working out, you're doing something with your body, you're like, I did that, so I can do anything. What's next? Let's go. You know, so it does that for you. This class definitely does that, because it's not only working on your body, you know, which, you know, when I'm running, I'm just trying to, you know, make sure I don't fall, and, you know, I'm focused on just strictly my body. But when I'm doing the Kundalini yoga, I'm working my body, I'm getting stronger, but I'm also meditating, and I'm thinking about what it is that my focus is, and what my vision is, and what my goals are, and, you know, everything that I have happening, and it's positive. It's all positive thinking. I just love it. And if any negative thoughts even seep in, I'm aware enough to pull it out, to snatch it out, because I'm like, oh no, that's not where I want to be. That's not where I want to focus. So it's almost a time to like really be an observer of your thoughts. So that's another benefit, is to be an observer of your own thoughts. Because sometimes we can just be in emotion, right? We can just, you know, whatever. We can wake up, we can go get our coffee, we can start working. And, you know, you may have so many, we already know that we have, 1 million thoughts running through our minds. I don't know the exact number, but a lot of those can be negative. A lot of those can be pulling you down and making you feel sad. And then now what? You got bad posture because you're thinking about all the stress and the anxiety and the fear, and, you know. But when you wake up and you do something like a practice like this, you can be aware of your thoughts, and you can snatch those thoughts right on out and say, no, I don't want to think about that. I'm gonna focus on this. You know what I mean? So it's about mind, body, and spirit and soul, right? Because yeah, we have emotions that come up and things, you know, that we feel and that we think of. But I'm telling you, we have the best teacher. She will constantly talk to you, and she has a very soothing, soft voice. when she's speaking to you, she is coaching you through the practice, through the class, so that you can start to change your thoughts. So while you're getting rid of thoughts, you have more positive thoughts coming in, because that's the one thing that people sometimes tend to do. They try to get rid of stuff, but they don't fill it with positive stuff, right? So you have to replace those thoughts. Instead of just getting rid of it and just leave your mind willy-nilly, you have to intentionally replace it with happy thoughts, good thoughts, positive thoughts. And that's what we're doing. We're renewing our mind. And that's what the Bible says as well, is that renew your mind with Christ, by the renewing of your mind. That's what he wants you to do, because he wants you to be even more like him. He wants you to be even more loving, even more peaceful. He wants you to be a person that brings joy and love to others. You know, he wants you to be that person that's opening themselves up to the world, like I'm doing right now. I'm being more and more like Jesus, because this is what he did. He sat and he talked to people. And so that's what this practice, I think, has helped me to be and to become a person that is able to share myself, to lay down my life and to share myself with you all. So I think that is it for me today. I just wanted to stop in and say that this has been wonderful and it's changed my life. And I thank you to Lynn and all in the Kundalini yoga class that we have. You guys are amazing. I love you all. And I'll see you in the morning. Thank you. Bye.